Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the East Coasters podcast with me and Katie Hart. Today we are talking about one of our most favorite controversial influencers / content creators, YouTuber, model, singer, Trisha Paytas. I forget all her titles because she has so many. But me and Katie love Trisha Paytas, and we wanted to dedicate an episode to her because why not? And she's literally having a baby. Actually, she's had the baby, I think. We allegedly think.
Oh, it's confirmed?
I don't know. It's not confirmed, but I think she has. There's no way.
Gosh, there's so many videos going on of like being like, oh, congratulations, you baby XYZ. Like it's always a different name, but that's like how crazy like famous she is like she's offline for a little bit, and everybody's like, okay, she must have had her baby, and they're like, making up all the baby predictions and stuff. Speaking of, what do you think is named?
Oh my god, I think it's gonna be like Atlantis or something. It's water. It's going to be water themed. If you guys don't know, Trisha Paytas, her babies have iconic names. So her firstborn is Malibu Barbie. She's the cutest thing in the whole wide world. I actually just want to like kiss her little face. She's so cute. And then her second girl is Elvis, like literally after Elvis Presley. I'm not kidding. That's literally her. And then she's pregnant again. And this baby wasn't supposed to be a thing. That they weren't even planning to get pregnant again. And then this baby is a boy. So she's going to have 2 girls and 1 boy. And she was dropping hints that it's going to be water themed. And if you guys don't know, her husband Moses, yes, his name is literally Moses, loves water. That's like his thing. And so they're literally naming the third baby after something with water. And it's all over the internet on what the heck she's going to name this baby. And I think it's going to be Atlantis, Katie. I think something like that.
I think so. Well, guys, the other hint, too, is it's going to be like a famous movie poster. She tries to have all of her kids named after a famous movie. So, guys, comment down below what you think his name is. My guess is, like, Finn or Neptune. Like, one of those. Because that's the ones I see all the time. Finn, like Fin, or Neptune. But also, I don't think there's a movie poster with Finn. If you think of Nemo has his lucky fin. So that's why I really think it's Finn. But I see Neptune, like, commented a whole bunch.
Well, someone literally, I saw some comments, and someone was like, she's literally naming him Nemo. Like, watch it.
Nemo?
Watch his name actually be Nemo. And I would pee. Like, how is she going to call a baby boy Nemo? Everyone's going to, because everyone his whole life is going to say, like, he's the movie, like, and there's no other name like that, you know? I wonder, I don't know, I'm so excited for this baby. I really am. I'm more excited for this baby than I feel like I should be.
So wait, has anybody died, though, recently?
Yes, the Pope!
Okay, so it is the Pope, this one's the Pope?
This one's the Pope, so... Katie, explain that for anybody that wouldn't know.
So every single time Trisha has a kid, a famous historical figure seems to sadly pass away. So like,
the last one was the Queen.
The first one?
No, wait, was that Malibu?
What was that?
Or was that Elvis when the Queen died? Hold on.
I thought the Queen was Malibu.
The Queen.
And then Elvis was, I forgot who Elvis was, but our latest one is Francis.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking this up.
Poor Elvis.
Yeah, she died.
Thank you, JC.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, so 2022 is how many years ago? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that is Malibu Barbie, huh? Because she's 3 years old. Oh my god. That's insane.
So, who died for Elvis? But for real, though.
Who is Elvis reincarnated?
Someone, it feels like.
That is so funny. Wait, so I'm literally gonna look up famous.
Who died for Elvis? Is that your Google?
No! Famous people that died in 2023!
Oh.
And 2024, this can't be real. It's like,
well, okay. For anyone that doesn't know though, like literally this has become such a big thing on the internet.
Huge.
Like when Queen Elizabeth passed away, everybody was like, "Oh my god, she's the reincarnation of Queen Elizabeth." And people kept comparing photos, and even like Malibu would like wave like the Queen, and people were like taking video recordings of that and like matching it, and then being like, "Wow, she has such like Queen energy." And then same thing with Elvis. I just forgot who they were paired with, and then.
Oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I'm looking up who did Trisha Paytas. Wait, hold on. Who died when Trisha Paytas' baby was born? Because I guarantee you something will come up, like a Reddit or something will come up. Yeah. So Malibu Barbie was born on September 14th, 2022, and the Queen died in September. And then who? The internet is now conspiring that King Charles's presumed upcoming death will lead to Trisha Paytas birthing her new baby Elvis. So it was another.
Yeah, that's what that was. Yep.
Yes, it was another. That's horrible, but it's so like real. Like this is actually a whole Reddit page. Wait, this is Western Oregon University. An entire person made a thing about this. Some college student.
That's crazy. Imagine that being your college thesis.
I would, you know what, I'd pass flying colors. That is so crazy. Dude, so yeah, you guys, the Pope died, R.I.P. And so, he died, and now the baby is supposed to be born, like, any day, if it's not already born. And everyone's saying it's gonna be the Pope reincarnated. Horrible.
Yeah. They were thinking, I did hear on one podcast, I don't know if this is true, but she was saying their middle name may be Francis, in honor of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trisha's dad is also very, very excited because he, I believe, is Catholic.
Yes.
And he was so excited to hear that Trisha's kid may be the reincarnation. And Trisha's like, I can't believe how proud my dad is. And like she was saying something like, oh, I would think he would find it like somehow against the religion, but no, he's like so for it. Like,
oh my god,
like he's so like proud to see all these articles being like Trisha's baby, reincarnation of Pope Francis.
I'm literally telling you, like, you guys, Trisha Paytas, her life is the craziest thing. This woman was in some rough moments in her life. Okay, she was dumb bad. She is like one of those people that it's like. She didn't really come from much, right, Katie? Like, her parents didn't have it like that.
No.
She grew up in the Midwest, and she quite literally, like, wanted always to be famous and always have, like, money, fame, be in front of the camera, be an actor, be a singer. Like, she always wanted to do all these things, and she quite literally did it all. There's also, like, on the internet, like, she's known as, like, the Queen of Manifestation, because she literally manifested, like, every single side job she's ever had in her life and, like, continues to, like, manifest everything. But she's literally lived, like, her dream life. And I think that's so incredible and so beautiful. And I look up to this woman because she used to be, like, crazy. Like, on drugs, on the side of Hollywood, like, doing... I think she was, like, in prostitution for, like, a little bit, too, like, from my understanding.
Yeah, she was an escort. She was
an escort, yes. She did, like, crazy things, and, like, now she has, like, horrible relationships, like, very down bad a lot of her life, and she found so much comfort, like, literally just, like, recording YouTube videos and not editing it, and, like, just posting it, and being herself. But she also is, like, the queen of, like, getting people's attention and doing, like, crazy things, and keeping the audience there. So, I don't know. I think she's incredible, and everyone told her otherwise of all these things. Like, she would never have a husband because she's crazy, and, she's nothing, and she was always, like, bullied on the internet, especially for, like, her weight, which is, like, insane. Because she was never, like, big. In my opinion, I didn't think she was at all, especially when she first started. On her tour, I went to her tour, you guys. If you guys have been watching me for a long time, you guys know I was so excited about going to the Trisha Paytas Hours tour.
Beautiful you all look in your sequins and your pink. The cosplays are crazy. I love it. Something of a riddle, rainbow Birkenfields with Skittles. Took me into the city to see a marching band. He says she's watching over me. And 11 times I feel like I should go.
And she literally said on stage, she was like, this is the heaviest I've ever been in my entire life, and I'm the most happiest I've ever been, and, like, I don't care about being fat anymore. The whole audience was cheering and, like, clapping and, like, screaming on the top of their lungs. And I was like, period, girl, period. Like, she's got 3 healthy, beautiful babies. She has an amazing husband, beautiful home. Her career is amazing that she's, like, built for herself, you know? I don't know, I just think everything about her is so awesome, and she just doesn't care. Like, she just posts and does whatever, and people get her for it, but she doesn't care. She just keeps doing it, and I think it's great.
Like, literally, she's so known for, like, posting literally whatever.
Yes.
Like, from... I think one of her, like, big viral videos, too, was, like, she posted a video of her sleeping. And she obviously wasn't sleeping, though. This is, like, back in her trolling days. It's, like, a 1 minute, 30-second video of her holding up the camera, and you can see her arm holding it, and she's pretending to sleep. But, yeah, she's the queen of trolling. She's the queen of doing anything to get famous. And she says that, too. Like, she doesn't care about money. She just cares about being famous in some way. And, like, she moved to LA from the Midwest. She did a bunch of different things. When she first started off, she launched her channel. It was Blonde Sundoll for MJ. And her whole thing was like a mix of comedy, rants, tributes, and but she like we've been saying, like, she's the queen of manifesting. Like, she was on TLC for My Strange Addiction. She made up an addiction just so she could be on it. Her fake addiction was suntanning. Did you know about that?
Yes, because I watched the episode.
Yeah. Did you watch it on TLC when it was coming out?
Yes, I did. Oh my god, I love her.
And the fact she got her whole entire family in on it too. They're all like, yeah, Trisha has this addiction. She's always is doing this. But then finally she admitted to it years later that, like, no, she just got, like, a really deep tan and then applied for the show, and they wanted her. All right, this is a little off topic, but, like, how she started her career was about trolling and, like, doing whatever, and it had a heavy emphasis on her mental health because she has BPD, right?
Yes.
BPD.
Yes.
But now in retrospect, she talks about it, and it seems very, very planned out. So I'm like, I wonder if she did actually plan it out back then, or now she's just aware of what she was doing and how it came out. You know, I'm not explaining it right. Do you know what I mean?
I think she understood, like, kind of like we were talking about in the last episode, like, she understood the science of, like, getting an audience and playing on that virality, right? So, like, you were saying before, like, even I think in, like, episode 2, like, when you have a viral video, right, and you have people's, like, attention, you basically have to keep playing on that. And I think the idea of, one, her, you know, mental, like, state in general, she wanted to be famous, right? She just wanted to keep getting famous and get her name out there and da-da-da. So once she saw the certain videos of her, I would say, I don't want to say playing more on her mental illness, but kind of, I want to say using that to really escalate it. I think she knew what she was doing. And, like, she's not dumb. She's very smart. Like, she is a very, very smart woman. And I think she knew how to get a rise out of people. And so I think it kind of played hand in hand. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, like, she always knew what was trending, too. Like, we can go back to any video of her channel.
Yeah.
Like, all right, like, there's this video of her, like, with her laptop, and she has a bunch of Galaxy stickers, and you're like, okay, that was 2017, everybody loved Galaxy, you know? Or, like, her being Troy Bolton.
Oh my god,
that video, like...
That's my favorite.
She always played off of trends. Like, you can look at any video, and then you'll be like, okay, that's what was trending that year, because she was always on it.
Oh my god. Wait,
Um,
Katie, real quick. The whole Troy Bolton thing. If you guys have ever watched High School Musical, you know this scene where I was actually like reenacting it yesterday on my live. We were listening to it when he's like they're at the Palm Springs. I think it's Palm Springs. And they he's like running around and he's like standing on the mountain and he's like acting all serious. And then Trisha Paytas went to the exact location, spent hundreds of thousands, most likely, dollars on this set. And she literally reenacted this entire scene from the movie, y'all. Now, this scene went so famous that at her show, the Trisha Eras tour I was at, don't you know, there had to be about minimum in this place, at least 20 Troy Boltons. So many people dressed up as her, as Troy Bolton. And it was so funny. And she did a tribute during the show to all the Troy Boltons in the room.
that's crazy.
Right?
That's how iconic it is, though.
Yes! And me and my best friend, we were like, go Troy! Like, we were screaming. We loved it. We loved every minute of it. It was so funny. Yeah, she's so smart.
Right. So let me pull up my notes.
Okay.
So she's been a creator for 20 years. Did you realize that?
No, actually, so I'm 22. That's crazy.
So I think she's one of the longest running creators online. Like, and to actually still be successful to this amount.
Wow.
I feel
Good
like,
for her.
I don't know, I can't think of any other creator on YouTube that actually has stayed relevant for that long. And on top of that, she's been like in 35 plus different like TV shows, movies. Like, she was even a Marvel superhero. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So how did you get introduced to Trisha Paytas?
So, I found Trisha through Shane Dawson. If you guys don't know, he still is a really famous YouTuber. But when he was at his like, I don't want to say his peak blowing up, but I guess kind of was like his peak of blowing up with like the food reviews and like him doing like the crazy concoctions, and he used to post all the time. And it was like specifically the videos with like the yellow background. Do you remember those, Katie? Yes, those videos is like where it started, and then Trisha was like in one of them, and they were really good friends, and so I found her through there, and then I was like, who is this girl? And I loved when they were together. Oh my god, I thought that they were the funniest duo of all the land. Like, I absolutely loved watching them. And then I just continued to follow her through Shane, and then I actually stopped following Shane for a little bit and watched Trisha like only, and then I watched both of them, and now I watch both of their podcasts.
Oh, you still watch Shane Dawson?
Yeah, I still listen to his podcast here and there because I think it's so interesting that it's the conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories. So I still do watch them because I think he does them best, to be honest.
No, I still haven't forgiven him. Until Trisha does.
That's fair. That's fair,
again.
I know. I guess I'm horrible in that way because I literally, like, people hate, like, just for example, too, like, Trisha and Jeffree Star used to be friends. And, like,
yeah.
I still watch Jeffree. I still watch Trisha, obviously. I still watch Shane, like, not religiously as much. I feel like, honestly, out of all of them, I do watch Trisha mainly because I love her podcast. So I feel like I just listen to her all the time because of the podcast. But here and there, I will bust out the, like, good conspiracy video. I like having that on the background when, like, I edit videos and stuff like that. Jeffree Star, like, I obviously still watch, like, on TikTok and stuff like that. Garrett Watts, I still watch him here and there. Like,
I love him. He, like, barely posts, but all this stuff is so cinematic.
Right? And he's actually, like, blowing up right now, too. Like, he's starting to really get back, like, I don't know if he's getting back into filming as much as he was, but, like, his name is, like, blowing up again, which is, like, really good for him. The only people I don't watch really anymore, like, at all, is James Charles and, like, Tati Westbrook. Like, those are only two, like, YouTubers I don't watch, but I still watch a lot of people that I used to from my childhood.
Her makeup is so beautiful, but I don't know. That whole, like...
That whole Dramageddon was insane.
Her videos anymore. Yeah, and then... I don't know, like... I don't know. It's not that I dislike her. It's just like that whole situation put a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm like, there's other people I can watch, you know?
Absolutely. No, I totally get that. She does YouTube lives now. I know that she still posts, but she does mainly YouTube lives, and she like makes bank.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And because YouTube has a thing where if you go live and you have so many followers and so many things, you can set up your own like shop links through YouTube, like almost like an Amazon storefront, but like on YouTube. And so you can set that up, and she literally just live streams for like a couple hours, like we would, and she just sells product, and like she does really well on there.
All right, so it's kind of weird for us coming from Facebook because we're so used to going live and pushing products. But now that YouTubers are doing it, people online, like, I feel like they almost make fun of them. Like, Michelle Phan, she now does, like, TikTok live streams doing, like, you know, selling products. And she also does it on YouTube. And everybody's like, oh my God, look how much she's fallen. She's now a QVC person. But, like, from my perspective, I'm like, that's where it's at. Like, that's how me and you kind of started. And everybody's like, oh, look at these YouTubers. They've fallen so much.
Nope,
like, no, they're just, like, changing for the times.
They are. I think it's funny, too, because I feel like when we first started doing it, it was, like, cringy. And, like, now I feel like just everybody's doing it. And it's like, y'all, if only y'all knew what we had to do.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's, like, the new thing, you know?
It really is. Hard. Being like, QVC is.
Yeah. But I think that's just, like, how things are turning now. And you, as, like, a creator, you have to be flexible. Just like Trisha, you know? I feel like she's done everything, and that, like, she's, like, the prime example of, like, you have to do everything when you're trying to make it in this industry. Like, you can't be too good for anything. You know, you gotta try it out.
Everything. But she still has what she's known for. Like, that's what I feel like I kind of do. Like, I literally, when I tell you guys, I feel like she's, like, my model, like, when it comes down to everything. I totally agree with everything that she has, like, done in a way where it's, like, she's tried everything, but everyone knows her for, like, her theater, for her singing, because she has a million songs. Like, you know, people know her for being a little crazy, but, like, also her child's name is literally Malibu Barbie. Like, that's amazing. Like, hello? She's just, like, I don't know, like, she's just so iconic, and, like, she doesn't edit, like, she doesn't care, it's so perfect all the time, and she also just appreciates, like, something as simple as, like, hair and makeup team. Like, she loves her hair and makeup artists, like, and shows them so much love, and quite literally makes sure that they're, like, always, like, taken care of, and always tagged in things. Like, their work is never unrecognized, and she, like, puts so much, like, tribute and, like, love to, like, her beauty team, and I think that's awesome, because you don't see that in celebrities, to be honest.
Yeah, and, like, her love for small businesses, too. Like, she always, like, props up all these things, and I remember one time she said, like, if she can buy from a small business, she will. Like, no matter what, she always tries. Like, all the things she got bedazzled, they were all from different small businesses, and I feel really bad, too, though, because she did a podcast where she was talking about this, and she's been ripped off by so many small businesses, yet she still supports them. She knows, like, things can happen. But there was, like, do you remember the whole shoe fiasco where she got, like, shoes for tour, and then like, the shoes were, like, I think, like, $300 or $400, but then the person ended up just buying, like, cheap Walmart shoes and, like, bedazzling it, and then sent it to her, but it was also the wrong size, and then she's like, well, what happened to the $300 for these, like, certain shoes and stuff? And she's so sweet, too. She didn't even call out the business. She never even said the business's name, even though she had, like, that really bad ripoff, you know?
I know. Like, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. I love her.
Yeah, she's like, I know things can happen. You know, she's like, maybe there's a miscommunication. And I'm like, oh, that's too sweet.
That's way too sweet. Like, way too sweet. Especially because she is, you know, she's a known celebrity. And, like, well, I don't know. Would you say she's a celebrity, or would you say she's, like, a known influencer?
I feel like now she's a celebrity because she gets invited to red carpet events. She was invited to Wicked, the launch of that movie. She was invited to SNL as a guest star, where she actually played herself, which other YouTubers and other creators that went on SNL, they went on to play a different character, but she's so iconic. She was literally Trisha Paytas. Like, she played herself on SNL. So cool. And now she's even like recording in like really, really professional recording booths. Like, did you see her TikTok? She was recording next to My Chemical Romance. Yes. So she was in the booth next door. Yeah. So she like got like a free concert, and she's like, she loves My Chemical Romance. So she was like geeking out. But like, that's like her level of celebrity now. She's like in all those places and getting invited to those places. So yeah, I think she's a celebrity.
Yeah, I honestly think if she could sell out a whole Eras tour, I think she is definitely a celebrity. She's so funny. Like, she did a whole tribute to My Chemical Romance too, because when she was here in Jersey, she met the one guy from the band. She met him in the airport on her way here. And so she went up and she was like that, and like during our concert for it, she was like, I have to tell you guys, because you guys are Jersey people, and I just met him, and no one else knows this yet, but I gotta take a picture with the so-and-so, and she was so excited. And she was like, this is my dream, like, that was one of the last things, like, the power of manifestation is so powerful, that was on my bucket list, and it happened today. Like, she was so happy and so excited. I was like, we're all gonna cry, like, this is amazing for her. It was so cool.
Yeah, speaking of manifestation, I feel like, okay, her whole life she always talked about how much she wanted kids, and now with every single kid she has, something amazing in her career has happened. I feel like that's such like a weird combination, but like with her first kid, she started her podcast, and her podcast with Tana ended up hitting like 1 million views. Then her career just kept going up and up and up. And then with her second kid, Elvis, that was the whole SNL thing.
Yep.
And now with her third kid, she's having sold out shows everywhere with the Eras tour.
Yeah.
And other things like getting invited to Wicked, meeting My Chemical Romance. So it's like it's like her manifestation for kids also has come with her manifestation of everything else.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird though? Like, every baby corresponds with ginormous like career movements. And people always joke about that online too. They're like, your babies are so powerful. Because they're reincarnations of these like historical figures. And then she keeps getting all these amazing career opportunities.
I don't want to say I envy her, but man, like, can you just imagine, like, everyone is listening to this, like, can you imagine getting pregnant and then, like, having your dreams coming true within 9 months, and then, like, boom, you get pregnant again, boom, you get pregnant again. It's like, it's nonstop for her. Like, it's amazing. She's amazing. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. It's crazy too. She's dealt with like infertility for such a long time, and then finally she meets like the man of her dreams, like the perfect guy for her, and then she's finally able to get pregnant, and then she had like, I don't think she's had a break. Like, it's literally been kid after kid after kid.
Yeah, she has 3 under 3.
Yeah, so literally like every single year she's been pregnant, which is crazy. But speaking of that, did you hear the thing Ethan Klein talked about? That like totally got him roasted. He did a whole podcast, and keep in mind, so Ethan Klein is her brother-in-law now, right? It would be brother-in-law through marriage.
Yes.
And they used to have a podcast together called Frenemies. It completely burnt out, fizzled out, and now they're not on good terms, which is a shame because Ethan is married to, what's her name? Like, Isla, something like that, right?
Yes.
Hold on, I can't think of her name. But he's married to this girl. This girl is, her brother is Moses, and Moses is Trisha's husband. So that's how they're connected.
Yep.
But Trisha knew Ethan prior to dating Moses. They had their whole podcast, and she met her husband through the podcast, and then the podcast completely exploded. They ended up hating each other, but now, like, Ethan has said a lot of, like, mean things about Trisha.
So many.
And now Trisha is, like, ever since that podcast, her career's just been going up and up and up, and I feel like he's pretty salty about it. It's like, he did, like, a whole podcast episode being like, oh, Trisha lied about being infertile. And he's like, how can she be infertile if she had 3 kids? And people are like, do you even, like, know what you're talking about? Like, being infertile doesn't mean, like, you can't have kids. It means it's really hard to.
Yes.
But also, once you're able to have a kid, it then increases your chances. Like, when you have 1 kid, it's very easy to get pregnant again. Or easier. Like, it just helps raise your challenges. It helps raise your opportunity, too. I don't know the science about it, but, like, he did this whole thing being like, oh my god, I can't believe she lied about infertility, and, like, trying to, like, really, really, like, dig into her and hate on her. But it's so refreshing to see all the comments, because everybody in Ethan's podcast was like, no, Ethan, you're wrong. Trisha's amazing. Yep. And even, like, the people on his team were like, Ethan, you're taking it a little too far. But it's funny to see how salty he's being over everything.
I love it. If you guys hear background noise on my side, I apologize. I don't know what's happening upstairs. I've also fixed my bangs, I think 20,000 times since we started this. So sorry, Katie, if you just see me literally fix my bangs when you're editing this. I probably look crazy, but anyway, that sound is it should shut off soon, but I don't know how long it's going to go for. No, I think that Ethan is a joke, and I think that Trisha brought so much audience to him. Like, that podcast was popping when she was on it, and, like, I don't know, I just feel like he's, like, so irrelevant because all he does is trash her.
Yeah, and trash other people, and then also he has a lot of strong opinions, and it's definitely driving away his audience. But this is not a podcast on him.
This is also very true.
Him. But he did have his time, though. He was very popular for a bit, and then I don't know,
because of Trisha. But anyway,
he's too salty.
Yes, I'm also looking at his wife right now, and her name's Gila.
Gila. Okay.
Gila. And it's funny because she literally looks like the female version of Moses. Like, it's actually hilarious.
Yeah,
they're beautiful people. Wait, I'm literally sending this to you because I have to have them. Hopefully, we can pull this up during the video. But this is where the screenshot go. This is brilliant. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna text it to you.
She owns a clothing brand called Teddy Fresh. And I know she's getting canceled for some reason right now. I think it's like, I kept seeing this one shirt. It said something about, like, LA on fire. And people were saying, like, how tone deaf that was. She was making money off of the fires that were happening in LA.
Oh my god.
And she was just like, oh, it's, it's some sort of statement. But, like, people were really upset with her. So, like, everybody keeps tearing up their Teddy Fresh clothing. Hey guys, Feature Katie here. I just wanted to clear something up. So the whole thing and controversy with the t-shirts, I think it was mainly a TikTok controversy and not completely real. Like it shows on the screen, 100% of the proceeds were donated, and it actually was a really good thing. You always have to be careful with TikTok because sometimes misinformation can just go viral and then cause misunderstandings like this. I don't know all the details about it, but like on TikTok, it's like every other video is somebody dismantling their Teddy Fresh to not say Teddy Fresh because their clothes are really expensive and really nice. So people are like trying to cover up the logo or cut it off or like repurpose it, or some people are just throwing it away. But
oh my gosh,
we need to look more into that.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I didn't even, honestly, if I'm being quite honest, I didn't even know she had a clothing line. So like that goes to show how far out I am from it. You know what I mean? But like, wow.
You said you were never really into Frenemies, or you didn't really watch it?
It wasn't my favorite. Like, that wasn't my... I watched it because of Trisha, but, like, I was kind of, like... I feel like I was over it. Like, because of, like, him, and I just thought he was really annoying. So, Yeah, I never got a chance to get to it.
I watched every single one. But
Did you really?
I never... Yeah, but it always, like, I watched it because of Trisha, but then also, like, the whole time I'm like, I don't like how Ethan said that. Or, like, you know, like, I don't like how she was being treated. Like, it always seemed like every episode was, like, some friendship ending episode. Like, whenever they finished eating pizza, then everything always went downhill. Like, if they ordered pizza in an episode, you knew something was going to go down. And, like, screaming match, them getting upset, somebody crying. And it's funny because there's always, like, them ordering pizza and then, like, this crazy thing would happen. But...
Oh my god, I want to rewatch, like, a bunch of clips now. And just see them, like, going at each other's throat while eating pizza. That's actually so funny.
Just look it up. If you look up, like, podcast and pizza, like, I'm sure somebody has a whole compilation of, like, them ordering pizza and yelling at each other, or, like, getting angry, or, like, something happening.
That is
dang
amazing.
Pizza.
Frenemies and pizza. That's so funny. Sorry if you guys are watching the video and you guys are seeing me. I'm looking at my computer. I'm looking at, like, down at the corner, but it's fun researching this stuff while we look at it. Or while we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Oh my god. What else is in her lore, Katie? What else?
Alright, let me see. I made a little timeline. Maybe I'll, like, put it in our background or something.
There we
when
go.
I edit this. But, okay. 2007, she starts YouTube. 2009, she starts doing music video appearances. She appeared in Jessica Simpson's parody, and she was, you know Eminem, his song We Made You? So
Yeah.
She was a parody version of Jessica Simpson because they needed a bigger girl to pretend to be her. So it was like a diss against Jessica Simpson, which, again, like, Trisha really wasn't that big. But it was her dancing in, like, a tied-up shirt and, like, really, really short jean shorts. And, like, I think she was, like, washing a car or something. But I remember that was, like, a really big hot topic for a while because Eminem chose her to be a fat version of Jessica Simpson.
Oh my god.
But she wasn't fat or overweight in any way. But also she was in an Eminem video, which, I mean, Eminem's crazy big.
Right.
And then in 2016, she says she identifies as a chicken nugget. Remember that whole thing?
I forgot about
that. But yeah, that was her whole chicken nugget thing. That was 2016. And that was after going through a viral breakup. She then identified as a chicken nugget.
Oh my god.
2015 through 2020, I label this her parody era. She releases songs like Fat Chicks, I Love You Jesus, and other pop culture tributes.
Love it.
And then 2019, she meets Moses, her husband, through the H3 podcast, and then they start dating. 2020, so just a year later, she gets engaged to Moses. And then the next year, 2021, she gets married to Moses. And that's also when frenemies break up, and there's that huge drama, and they have a huge fallout. And also, Moses and Gila don't like each other either. Wow. But that was way before the podcast. They, like, hate each other. And that's a whole, like, giant lore and stuff there. And then 2022, Trisha has her first child. And JC, you can stop me at any second. Like, if you have something to input. Yeah. But 2022, she has her first child. And she gives birth to Malibu Barbie in September. 2023, she launches the podcast Just Trish. And she does an episode with Tana, and that episode hits 1 million views. And then pretty much every episode after that kind of follows and gets really, really high up there. 2024, she has her second kid, and she ends up collabing with Katy Perry on a music video. And she does... She appears in the music video Woman's World. 2025 is her third pregnancy. She does her Broadway show I always forget about that. But yeah, she was on Broadway.
Yes.
Like, she was manifesting that for years.
Yes.
But it was her big Broadway dream. In February of 2025, she announces her third kid. She goes on the Eras of Trisha
Mhm.
tour. And then in 2025, this isn't even like a big life event, but I just had to write it down. I said 2025, she shows herself in the studio next to My Chemical Romance.
I love
and
that.
then for controversies and drama, I just have Ethan, Shane, Jason, and history with trolling and identity confusion. So I don't know if you want to add anything to that timeline.
Yeah.
But that's my basic Trisha lore.
So it's so funny too because if you guys know like any type of pop culture in 2017, so I was going through my second transplant during 2017, so I was like essentially dead for like the whole year. So when I came back to life and I learned about all this stuff that went down, you had to imagine what my brain felt like. But it was like, I'll never forget like being so bored in the hospital and like deep diving into like the story of like Trisha and Jason Nash and like the Vlog Squad. And that's when I started watching the Vlog Squad with David Dobrik. And Tana was in it. I was watching Jake Paul, Logan Paul. I was watching, oh my god, like the Hype House like people. That's when I met like not met, but that's when I started watching Alex Warren, which you guys will all know. Most of you guys will probably know Alex Warren now from The Ordinary, which is a song he wrote for his wife. But they actually started on making videos like on YouTube and stuff. So that goes to like how far back like all these people like essentially collaborated, right? And got famous, and they've been famous for a really long time now. But Trisha and Jason were like the craziest relationship, and now he's like with somebody else, obviously. But he was like publicly so mean to Trisha, and at first I thought it was because like, you know, she does a lot of like clickbait. She just knows how to play the game. I almost like kind of thought it was like an act, but then when they broke up, it came out that like no, it was like actually him, and like he was that horrible to her, and he like did not love her at all. It was horrible. And then Shane Dawson also did The World of Trisha Paytas. Did you watch that documentary on Trisha?
I did, but it's been such a long time because I watched it when it released and I've never seen it again. So
You
I don't
should
really
rewatch it,
remember
Katie.
much of it.
You should rewatch
Is
it
it
because you'll
good?
love it. Yes, it's so
Okay.
good. If anybody wants to know more about Trisha Paytas, I honestly recommend going on YouTube and looking up Shane Dawson's documentary, Trisha Paytas. And he basically lives Trisha's life for a few days, but that was the last time they actually ever really filmed together. So, but Trisha actually talks about a lot of things that me and Katie talked about in the past videos. Like at the end of the documentary, like she's pretty much just like, Shane, like I don't want you to go home because then the camera turns off and then I'm lonely, like, and I don't want to be by myself. Like everything just gets really, really lonely, and you know, like I'm still struggling with a lot of things and so on and so forth. And he was like, you know, like you still have me, like I'm still your friend, like I can always stay and hang out, but we'll just turn off the cameras. And she was like, yeah, but the camera's fun, like we get to like escape with the camera. And I think that like her admitting that and saying that out loud for so many people to like hear, especially like collaborating with Shane Dawson, which is just a whole other demographic for her to reach, it was just like so truthful. Like I feel like it's just like the truth, you know what I mean? Like she's just so real. And I loved it. But yeah, that was, I feel like that documentary, I feel like also really, I don't know necessarily if it made a positive impact or more of a negative impact, because it was definitely played like that she lives this like simplistic life, but like it's like a fun, chaotic life when it's like actually behind closed doors. It was like definitely really scary for her too, that she's like now talked about, you know. Oh, Katie.
Need to like, yeah.
Oh, there
Can
you
you
go.
hear
Now
me?
your audio is back. Yes. I can hear you now.
That's so weird.
I know. It's okay. Don't edit that out. Leave that, because that's the realistic pod right now happening.
Yeah, I need to like look into all the Jason Nash stuff again because like I never liked the Vlog Squad. It was like too high energy for me, so I didn't really
Yeah.
see much of it. But I remember the drama channels around that time. They were saying stuff like, what's the guy's name who's in charge of the Vlog Squad? David, right?
David Dobrik.
Is it David?
Yep.
Yeah. So David, I think the first time Trisha kissed Jason, it was like a dare, right, where he paid
Yes,
Jason
something like that.
to kiss her or like go
Yeah.
up to her.
Yeah.
So like their relationship didn't even start off in a good note. It was like some sort of trick. Correct, guys. Comment down below if I'm wrong.
No, I think you're right about that.
Remembering, you know. But I remember like, yeah, it was something like that. So it didn't even start off well. But I remember like him being mean to, being like, "Oh, you can't interact with my kids because I think you're a bad influence," type of thing. But she's an amazing mom, so it's crazy that he would say it. And then I remember he admitted her into like a mental health institute and stuff. And there's so many different things. Like, oh, there's that huge controversy where David got a bunch of underage girls drunk, and then as a joke had his overaged friend have sexual relations with the underage drunk girls.
Invite these girls over to have a fivesome, so hopefully.
It's weird.
You guys are the only one.
You called it.
Yeah. Oh well. You guys want to watch me and Trisha have sex?
But by some stroke of luck and master negotiating, Dom made progress.
We just need to get in there and do a head count for the vlog.
You are sweating like a racehorse.
Yo, smell my finger.
No.
And he video recorded all of that and posted it online. And remember, he never got in trouble with it because somehow they were consenting, even though they weren't.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was on video record. And I remember Trisha felt so bad for those girls and was trying to, I don't remember all the details, but she was trying to help them in some way with like the police. And then that was the time where Jason got her sent to a mental institute.
Yep.
So he like literally forced her away from the situation so she couldn't help the girls. Do you remember that? It was something like that.
It was crazy.
Like, that's how awful it was. Like, he's so team David that he would do these awful things to Trisha just to support David in whatever
like,
way.
Isn't that insane to think about? And like, so I literally just looked it up, and it says on Google, okay, it says no, Jason Nash and Trisha Paytas' relationship was not solely a result of a dare, but while there were pranks and a lot of jokes involving dating, including one where they were set up on a date as a prank, their relationship developed beyond that. So it started off as like a stupid date, as like dare and joke and da-da-da, and then it obviously escalated, but it was just a horrible situation altogether. So you were right about that, Katie. They eventually became romantically involved and had a serious relationship, while it ended after about a year. And then ultimately the relationship ended and they both spoke publicly about the breakup, while Trisha bringing up the initial pranks and jokes as part of the reason for their breakup. So, yeah. That's so sucky.
I'm gonna Google the whole David filming underage drunk girls again. So I remember there was something to do with Trisha.
David
and
Dobrik.
Trisha's involvement.
I like how we're both looking this up right now. Y'all.
Let's see.
Yeah, 2021, March 22nd, March 23rd of 2021. Dang, that happened in 2021 is crazy.
So, yeah, David Dobrik organized a house party where underage girls were allegedly given alcohol to loosen them up for a threesome plot of a joke, how is that a joke?
Right.
Involving a squad member, Dominicus, or Droot Dom. That's also what he went by. One girl, referred to as Hannah, claimed she was too intoxicated to consent, raising serious consent/sexual assault concerns. And it's crazy. He recorded himself giving the girl alcohol. She said she was underage, and that all went on YouTube, and nothing happened out of it, as far as I know. And then
you know what's even
Trisha
crazier?
was present at the party. What?
Oh my god. So among the other sponsors that ended there was relationships with David Dobrik from like companies, and the companies dropped him after that, obviously, as they should. But some of them actually stayed. Like some of the sponsors wind up staying too, and they have a list of them.
Like
That's
StubHub?
crazy.
I know StubHub was a big one with him.
Yes.
Did they stay?
I think they did, because so it says other companies like HelloFresh, General Mills, DoorDash, SeatGeek, and EA Sports confirmed to NBC News on Monday that they were no longer working with Dobrik. Wow. And then also Dollar Shave Club, Audible, Facebook, and HBO Max also did pull out of contract as well.
So apparently the people that actually bought the alcohol was Todd Smith and Jeff Wittick. I didn't realize Jeff Wittick was involved. Do you remember Jeff?
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I listen to Jeff sometimes, too. I still listen to his podcast sometimes. Wow.
Yeah, so Jeff, also like Jeff's Barbershop. So he was working for David. David owns the Vlog Squad. But David sent Jeff Wittick and Todd Smith to take alcohol. And reportedly, Trisha left before then, so she didn't know that was happening at the time. Otherwise, she would have said something. But later, Trish was talking about it and accused Jeff of buying the alcohol. He said he didn't buy it, but then later claimed he did, but he just didn't know it was for those underage girls. And then Ethan Klein ended up confronting Jeff about the whole thing. And then Jeff, because of Ethan, actually apologized to Trisha. So I guess that's when Ethan and Trisha were still friends.
Oh, wow. Well, Jeff's in like a whole controversy thing right now because of Brooke. But that's a whole other subject.
Oh, yeah, he did like a whole podcast about her. Oh, I don't think he said something. He didn't say anything bad. It was all of his friends saying bad things, but he still posted it, right?
Oh, yeah. No, he still approved the episode to get posted, and it like trashed Brooke, which sucks.
Do you like Jeff?
Yeah.
Or no?
I mean,
you do?
I never wanted him and like Tana to end up together, but I never minded him when he was with other people, but I would never just watch his videos by himself necessarily. You know what I mean?
I mean, I was very, very sympathetic to him with his whole eye situation with David. But yeah, I don't watch any of his stuff really. I watch highlights that people post on TikTok of his podcast, but I don't actually like watch his podcast.
I've only watched very few episodes.
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, poor Jeff. Y'all, these people are crazy. Like, pop culture content creators are actually insane.
Yeah, and it's crazy how Trisha seems to be connected to every single one in some way. Like, even like Miranda Sings. That's a big part we never even talked about. That whole controversy and they had their own podcast, and then the failure of that podcast is what started the Just Trish podcast.
Yes. And you know what's funny? Because I didn't like the podcast with Miranda at all. I was not a fan of it at all.
Yeah, like the whole concept and everything. I was like, oh, it's cool they're doing something different. But I was like, this is like very out there different. Where I'm like, you know, this is good for like people that love Broadway.
Yeah,
I don't love Broadway that much to like be excited for every episode to see what Broadway actress they dressed up as that episode. But
yes.
Should we go into that lore a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
So you guys probably know Miranda Sings. She was really, really popular for her comedy videos. She put on like red lipstick, and she had her own character that she would play. But she was really, really popular. Like, she released a bunch of books. Like, they were comedy books, kind of designed like a scrapbook. But, you know, she'd have funny photos. But she was mainly known for her YouTube channel. And then she became a mom. And then after becoming a mom, she kind of settled down a little bit more. And she ended up befriending Trisha, kind of behind the scenes. the majority of their friendship wasn't online until they decided to do a podcast together.
Right.
So after Frenemies ended, they then decided to do a podcast together. Because Trisha always talked about how much she liked it and she wanted to do it with a friend who could bounce off of her. And they decided to do a podcast, and it was somewhat Broadway themed, where every episode they would dress as a iconic character. I think they only did like one episode though, or it was very few episodes.
Very few.
But right after the launch of that podcast, a lot of things came out that Miranda was like not a real friend. Like Miranda purchased Trisha's OF content just to make fun of Trisha with all of her friends. Like they would screen share it on their living room TV and look at pictures of Trisha naked and make fun of her, like as a whole friend group. And Miranda claimed to be friends with Trish, but then behind the scenes she'd say all this nasty stuff. That's and horrible. Then, you know, make fun of her body and her skin. And then Trisha was very, very popular back then, or she still is, but she was very popular at that time. And Miranda's popularity just kept going down and down and down. So part of me thinks she probably only did that podcast to try to get more recognition.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But then it totally backfired. Because then all that stuff, like you can't just make fun of a person for years and then work with them and not expect any of that to come out. Yeah. And like Trisha was so hurt because like she would be invited to all of Miranda's kids' birthday parties and stuff. And like, you know, it was like a close mom friend and, you know, all this stuff. And then for the person to like completely be behind their back. But also like Trisha defended Miranda a lot too, because Miranda has some crazy allegations, like sending her bra to like a minor as a fundraiser, doing inappropriate texts, cheating on her husband with fans, and then getting a divorce, with a very public divorce on online. And then she posted her famous ukulele apology video, apologizing for everything through song.
That was so funny and stupid.
And Trisha defended her through a lot of it until everything came out. But like Miranda, hands down, was like, no, I never said any of this. I didn't do any of this.
Like what?
And Trisha believed her until she actually got the physical proof that all this was happening. But that's how like nice Trisha is. Like she's just like, oh, you know, it's probably just internet gossip. And then Miranda's like, yeah, I would never say this or do this, blah, blah, blah. But then all the screenshots from, I think it was from Discord mainly, and like all the screenshots of Instagram messages between Miranda and her friends came out, and then Trisha was like, no, you're not a real friend. And then I really haven't heard of Miranda since, except I know occasionally she posts like videos of her with her kids, but that's, I don't know, that's all.
I think, well, I was just looking up too, you know what's crazy? Miranda, I feel like Miranda Sings peaked and stayed peaked and never peaked again after 2008, because that's when she went on her tour. And it was her Miranda Sings Live, No Offense, with special guests as Colleen Ballinger. And if you guys don't know, for a long time, obviously you could tell it's the same person. Like if you know who we're talking about, everyone clearly knows now. But it was for a long time, I believe she used to really play like, no, it's a different person, because the way she used to edit, it would literally be like, there's like this special like editing way where you can put the same person as two different characters in one screen and make it look like they're having a conversation. Like movies do it all the time. But she used to do it with just like videos, and people would be like, oh my god, they're in the same room, like they're right next to each other talking, and it's like, no, it's just edited that way. So people thought she had like a twin at one point. People didn't think it was like real. They didn't know who it was. It was like really strange. But she like played it up for a really long time, and then obviously people were just like, okay, like it's the internet, like she's obviously the same person. And then she physically like came out and was like, yeah, it's obviously me. You know what I mean? So I think that was pretty funny that she like pretty much played on this character for so long. And it was like, oh, like some people thought it was like a twin. I think that's crazy.
I never really watched any of her videos, but like I do know she was super hyped. And then she was even in that Joey Graceffa video with
yes, I used to watch Joey literally like, every single day.
Yeah, and he's connected with a lot of people too, like Gabby Hanna and stuff. That's a whole other thing.
Yes.
But
Yes.
that whole circle of influencers, I mean, they are very, very popular. I feel like they are still popular, but it's just crazy, like, how interconnected that whole online community was, especially from, like, I would say, like, 2006 to 2015-ish. And then I feel like
Yeah.
after 2019, I feel like the whole YouTube thing, or YouTuber circle, kind of died down, like, the community. Everybody started just to be more individual to themselves, which I understand, because when all those YouTubers started to come together, there was so much controversy, especially
So
like
much.
through VidCon and all of that. But maybe that's why they're all solo now, pretty much. I don't see like any classic YouTube collabs anymore, at least not on the channels I watch.
No, I feel like all of them, like, and if they do collab, it's like a podcast. Like, it's like a podcast episode. It's not like them sitting on the living room floor eating pizza and, like, chatting and being friends, or, you know, like, I don't know. It was such a prime, though. Like, I feel like that was so prime that it was, like, it was true entertainment before this whole, like, before influencers really got, like, involved with money. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like that, like, growing up with that was such a blessing, because I feel like now, like, there isn't a YouTuber or content creator that I feel like does it for just, like, straight up creativity. Like, these people that started all of this, they had a love for filmmaking, and they had a love for, like, they wanted to create these crazy stories and these characters and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, people do it now, but it wasn't as, I just feel like it wasn't as good as it used to be. But oh my god, like, I loved it. I ate it up, and I think it's so sad that they're obviously all separated, but, like, then I think about, like, people that I used to, like, I don't say associate with, but, like, people that I used to, like, talk to, and, like, other influencers and, like, people, and it's just like, yeah, I don't blame them for wanting to all go in the room. You know what I mean?
After, like, Dramageddon, all that toxicity, people are probably scared that will happen again, like, if they start associating with others. And then, like, the internet's so ruthless. I feel like once you start becoming popular, people just deep dive, and then, like, people have to apologize for hanging out with a person because of something they said 20 years ago. So it's scary to even collaborate with anybody.
It's literally worse now than I feel like it's ever been. Like, I feel like it's harder now, truly, than it's been ever, because I think people just, like, I don't know, like, I feel like people just, they want something so bad, they want to find something so bad, and they want to, like, rip someone apart horribly, and it's, I mean, it's jealousy, and it's, you know, people being annoying. So I think it sucks. Like, I think it's just annoying that people can't even do that type of stuff anymore, I feel like, you know?
Yeah, everybody is, like, I mean, even if it's not the other creator, it's, like, their audience. Like, the audience, like, will just shred into the other person, especially if they don't like the person for whatever reason. They'll try to dig up anything. Like, I mean, like, in the whole Tana and Brooke scenario, everybody was hating on Brooke, so they were trying to, like, dig up anything they could find about Brooke. And then, like, they found all those, like, old tweets and stuff, but that's a whole other long lore. But, yeah. I think that's why everybody's so scared to collaborate now.
Oh, yeah, and, like, not for nothing, but, like, for the people that do want to collaborate now, all they want is something out of it. Like, they can't just collab to, like, collab. It's always, like, they want someone else's fame, or they want somebody else's, like, attention, and it's just, like, girl. Like, girl. Like, why can't people just be cool and, like, collab, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, we're collabing, and we're not getting anything out of this.
This is true. This is very true.
Quality social time.
This is very true. Yeah, if you guys don't know, me and Katie have not made a dime yet from any of these videos. But at the same time, we really like doing it. I think it's fun, and I think it's different. Like, we keep talking about that. Like, how I just feel like no one else is doing something like this. At least from, like, our community, we can call it. Like, the people that are in the same realm and the same apps that we are and stuff like that. Like, just no one else, I feel like, is doing something like this, and that's why we keep doing it. It's iconic, y'all. Truly.
Yeah, this is my weekly social time. So without JC, I'd be just talking to Zach, my cats, and my sister, and that'd be it. But
it's the fact that JC, is your social time is insanity to me. For the sole purpose of, because I see so many people in a week, it's like absurd. But like, I love that I am the one that gets that title for you.
yeah, like, you're my outlet to the world right now. Because, like, literally, my whole life is so consumed with work at the moment. So it's like, okay, if I'm not home making content, then I'm at Jess's unit working and talking to work people, which is still nice. Like, you know, it's my that's still social outlet. But I feel like work friends, like, you don't get that deep with people at work. You're like, oh, what did you have for dinner? What did you bring in for lunch today? You know, like, it's never that deep.
It's always very casual, very baseline. It's also just so funny because we have so many similar interests. You know what I mean? Like, we both love Trisha Paytas. Like, what the heck? Like, out of everybody, me and you both love Trisha Paytas. I think it's so funny.
We love the lore, too.
Yeah,
we need to do more lore videos. This is fun.
We should do, I think lore videos, I feel like we need, I don't know, should we do, like, a lore video on, like, ourselves as well? Like, I feel like we need, like, an interview with, like, each other.
That could be interesting.
Like, like, a deep dive, like, on lore. Like you being a model. Like, hello?
Like, only in South Africa. That's the only country my photos have been seen.
Like, that is, but like, again, that's so random and so iconic. Like, I think that's incredible. And I just feel like not enough people know about that cake.
Well, it's not like it's not a common thing to bring up, you know? It's hard to, like, insert into conversation.
Katie, you can literally pull on any resume that you were a model, and you're just like, no, it's not that big of a deal. Or you were, like, extras in movies. Like, huh?
It's all thanks to my mom. No, actually, it's all thanks to my sister, Sarah, because my sister wanted to do all that stuff, and I was the younger sister, so whatever she did, I had to do.
And I think that's even cooler. Like, we need Sarah's, like, that's just the type of lore. Like, we need, like, people's lore on here. I don't know what my lore would be, but I feel like there's a lot to me.
Yeah, you have crazy lore. You have a lot.
I don't know, like, what though? That hasn't already been shared, like, an immense amount of times.
I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of, like, you could talk about, any famous people. How did the whole WWE thing turn out? Being the girl?
Oh my god, that was so good. That actually was a really cool experience. And also, Natalie Ava Marie is actually one of the sweetest celebrities / people I just think I've ever been around. And just, like, people that, like, not even just famous. I haven't met many famous people, but I have met, I feel like, at this point in my life, a good amount of, like, well-known people. You know what I mean? Like, even online and stuff. And, certain influencers were so rude when I met them, and just, like, more, like, public figures that were just kind of, like, so, like, standoffish and rude. But, like, or, like, acted really weird. But, like, Natalie was actually so sweet. Like, so nice and so sweet. It was awesome. She gave me a hug and everything.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah,
I feel like crazy. Sometimes. Do you ever feel like sometimes the smaller influencers are the meaner ones than the bigger ones?
Absolutely, because they think they're something and they're not.
Yeah.
To me.
I've definitely met rude people that had millions of followers, but I feel like sometimes it's like the people. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say this, but, like, I don't know, there's some people where,
please do,
like, they act like they have millions of followers, and then somehow their follower count gets brought up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know, like, that attitude doesn't match up, but, I mean, slay, that's part of manifesting, though. They're manifesting that, but I feel like that's also not a good way to manifest
No, it's
having more
not.
followers.
That is not a good way to manifest at all. And you know it. See, you're nice. You're like Trisha Paytas. I would be like, girl, get your ego knocked down. Shut up. Who do you think you are? Because not for nothing, people tell me all the time, like, especially in my real life, like, I've had friends be like, I just can't believe that, like, you're famous. And I'm like, I'm no way, shape, or form famous. Like, at all. Like, I literally do not reach that many people a month, like, whatsoever. And I am not known like that. And I would never, ever walk around with an attitude because I have people that watch me online. Like, are you kidding me right now? I think that is the dumbest, stupidest excuse in the whole wide world. No, it doesn't take much to be a good person and a decent person. And even the people, so, like, at the event, I actually got recognized by somebody. And they were like, oh my god, I used to watch you on Facebook years ago. And I was sitting there, and I literally just sat down, and I was like, oh my god, really? Like, I literally just, like, was sitting with them. And they were like, oh my god, like, I can't believe you're here. Like, I remember watching you first do makeup. Like, this is gonna be you one day doing a celebrity class. And, like, with all these people around you that love you and, like, will watch you. And I was just like, that would be so cool, but, like, I would never expect that or think that. And they were like, no, like, this will be you. Like, I could see it for you. And I was like, wow, like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate that you think that I could pull off something like this, essentially. And, you know, she gave me the biggest hug. I gave her a big hug back, and I was like, thank you. Like, God bless you so much for, like, just, like, coming up and talking to me. And, like, thank you for, you know, just giving me some words of encouragement. And, like, you know, they were so nice about it. And, like, after, my best friend, she was just like, did you just get recognized? And I was like, yeah. Like, actually, and she was like, that's so cool, like, what the heck? And I was like, I know, but she was so sweet. Like, I can't imagine being standoffish to somebody like that, you know what I mean?
How do you feel about people saying that they used to watch you? Because I know that's a hot topic right now with YouTubers.
I feel like, I mean, I know that I hit my prime, like, at one point online. Like, I had my prime on Facebook, and that was the first, like, peak I've ever had online. I hate that it was Facebook that had my peak out of all platforms, but that's okay, you know, like, I might have another one at some point, but I don't, like, plan on it, where, like, like, when I was, like, on my prime at Facebook, like, I was like, yeah, man, like, this is what I'm doing, like, this is my thing, you know, and, like, you know, it was a thing, it was a huge thing at one point, it felt like, and, like, the people that were like, I used to watch you, like, yeah, you probably did, which was really, really cool, you know? But I don't expect them to, like, do it now, so I kind of feel very neutral about it. I wish that they would watch me on TikTok and, like, YouTube and all. And I did promote, like, my YouTube to her and stuff like that, promoted the podcast, you know, to people that were there and stuff. But, like, I don't know, I just think it's very, like, it's nice to know that somebody, an actual figure that used to, like, I don't know how to explain it, besides, like, an actual human being that's standing in front of me, like, wow, you used to actually, like, sit there and give me your time and, like, watch me, and I was part of your day at one point, and, like, that's so cool, and I appreciate it so much, you know what I mean? So, I feel like just very appreciative towards it, I guess.
About it so positively, because, like, there's definitely people out there that are like, oh, why did you stop watching me? Or they'll just, like, they'll respond back, oh, I hate when people say that. You know, so you have a really positive outlook on it. I love that. That's, like, the perfect response.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, because at the same time, I don't understand why people watch me. Like, I say that all the time. I don't understand how and why people watch me, and I don't know why I do it, necessarily. I just kind of keep doing it. And I think it's just really cool that, like, you know, people come and go regardless. Like, that's the story of life, right? Like, people just come and go regardless. Money comes and goes regardless. Like, things constantly keep evolving, moving. Nothing's gonna stop moving, whether you want it to or not. And so, like, the fact of, like, the idea of, like, oh, they used to watch me, maybe they don't anymore. It's like, wow, thank you so much for being part of that part of my life. And, like, I hope that you can be part of what's going on now. But, like, you're probably busy with your own things, and you got your own stuff going on, and I'm sure your life at this point is completely different than when you were watching me at one point. And I hope that, you know, I hope that you're doing better, and then you don't have, I'm hoping, how do I say that? I hope that you have more things going on than to also watch me for 5 hours at a time, like I was on Facebook. You know what I mean?
We basically, although we did not specifically talk about each topic, we did hit it.
Oh, yeah.
and we did the whole Trisha lore. So I think we talked about everything we ever wanted to talk about. At least according to my notes. Was there anything extra you had?
No. I mean, do you have any questions at all that we could think of, even for them or even for me? Just because I mean, not that I met her, but I was at the concert, which was nice.
Well, I don't know. I don't have any questions about Trisha, but with us talking about influencers, I'm like, we'll save this for the After Dark episode exclusively on Spotify. A little plug-in.
Perfect.
But I really want to ask you, like, what was your worst experience with another influencer? That's like,
oh my God,
a question I keep thinking about. But we'll save that for the After Dark, you know?
Yeah, we'll
guys,
put it on the After Dark podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Every Friday on Spotify.
Or every other Friday after dark, every Monday podcast, hopefully, is the goal, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Getting people hyped up. But you know what?
I know.
If there's stuff on there now, so if you start watching Spotify now, it'll feel like every Friday.
Absolutely. And plus, like, for you guys too that are all listening to us, because this episode will also be listed on Spotify, if you guys ever want to go back into our videos, because we have multiple videos now, which is so nice, you guys can go back into older videos and re-listen and like figure out some other parts that we were talking about in here, and, you know, some other episodes and possibly future episodes that we'll always probably refer back to like these videos. So definitely stay tuned for that. And, you know, you guys can always, instead of going on my YouTube to rewatch, you guys can always just go re-listen on Spotify if that's ever a thing. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for the After Dark episode. Maybe we can record that tonight.
Yeah, I definitely have time. Oh, I do have one question for the audience. It's specially requested by my mom. She wants to know if you guys would want highlights. Because my mom says she cannot sit through a whole hour, so she wants highlights for her video.
Yeah.
But if you guys want us to break up the 1 hour into like specific sections, that's also okay with JC. Like, if you guys are into it, maybe we could start posting that in between, or I don't know, we can put it on Facebook or wherever you guys want to view it. Whatever you think, let us know. How do you feel about highlights? Like, breaking it up into 5-10 minute segments.
I think even like, I don't know if we'd be able to, but even like minute long segments, I think would be even really good.
Oh yeah, for shorts, like YouTube shorts.
Yeah, I think like either like a minute to 3 minutes max, I think would even be a better highlight, because we can always put it, I mean, that's just doing a lot of extra work. Not that it's not worth it for you guys, but I'm just trying to think, because Katie's busy, I am busy, and it would be really hard for us to put like timestamps, like also like on the video for the podcast. Like, that's like 2 times editing screen, and like we wouldn't be able to even like separate that work, because it's kind of like when you're editing, you'd have to like screen record it at that point in time and then put that like that minute down and like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be hard to break that up, but we could do it.
I think if you go on details on YouTube, you can make clips directly from YouTube. As the audience, you can go on the YouTube thing and do fan clips and post them yourself if you ever want to. But then I think me and you, JC, can like, so once we upload the video, in the back room of it, we can create video clips. So instead of like re-editing stuff, you can literally just clip it from the YouTube channel. Does that make sense?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, let's try that. And we could do maybe we could do some clips of the last episode too, and like post them.
Yeah, cool. My mom would love that. My mom's so funny. She called me today after work, and she's like, "Oh, are you filming your podcast today?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's just like, "So I've been thinking about your podcast." And she's like, "An hour and a half is a big commitment. Do you think you could start doing like 20-minute podcasts?" I'm like, "Mom, that's not the point. Most podcasts are like an hour to 2 hours." And she's just like, it's a really big commitment for me.
Oh,
like,
she's so cute. Oh my god.
But
I love her. She's so cute. Yes, I will. Yeah, let's do. I'm all for it. So everybody in the comments, let us know, okay, you guys?
Yeah, I think it'd be good. little highlights. But watch the full video too if you can. You know, put it on the background.
Oh yeah, for
At
sure,
least.
for sure. Absolutely.
All right.
Well, you guys, this was, I think, a great podcast. I hope you guys like the little pop culture moment. If you guys want more, like, little pop culture things, we could talk about Justin Bieber. We could talk about, I thought about that too, like,
Oh,
midway.
gosh.
We could talk about Justin Bieber. We could talk about, when Trisha Paytas actually, you know, launches the baby name and everything like that. We could talk about that. You know, stay tuned for some good stuff, and, you know, if you guys like these types of videos more so than even us talking about, like, content or how we started or whatever, you know, we could do more stuff like this. So let us know, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. All right, bye.
See ya.